Hello, everyone. Hey, Max. You may be right, you may be right. Hold on, I realized I forgot to set something up, like, actually moments before the stream was supposed to start. So now I need to do this. Alright. I have it pulled up. We'll see if we even get there tonight. Anyway, hello, Max. Welcome in. You can see we're getting in the holiday spirit. There's a red one in my house now, too. You stated your suspicion, yeah. So, you guys have heard me talk at length about my secret new farm. And you may be wondering what it is. And why is it loud enough that I'm concerned about where it's supposed to go. And first I'll show you where it's going to go. If we come down to our lava pit, and we come all the way down, and we go even further down. This is where the new farm is going to live. I did extensive designing of it in creative, because even just, like, this is absolutely, for sure, the most complex redstone farm I've ever made. And I'm very proud of it. I think it looks awesome. And I think it functions awesomely. But it is loud. And I went through great pains to fit it inside one chunk, so that I didn't need to worry about chunk loading. So, after the main structure of it is built, I was thinking I would go into my creative world and show you guys each module of it, since as a whole, the whole thing is kind of incomprehensible. And I think the way it functions is really neat, so I want you guys to understand it better than just seeing the whole big mess all wired together. So this is everything that goes into this farm. And I'm actually going to take out the amethyst and the slates, because this sucker here is going to put them down wrong. So yeah. I'm not quite decided if I just want to start it up now. Just let it run. Make sure the material checklist checks out. Do we have everything? Sure do. Alright. Oh, it's scary, because, like, this was a real fucking hassle, and now it's gonna be here in survival, where it's gonna be way harder to debug, because I'm putting it in a tiny area. Oh, you know what, actually, another thing I remembered, before stream started, is that I don't actually have a way to get the power from my, boilers down. I've also realized that I straight up have not used this ladder to leave at all. Yeah, that's not really useful. I have just been doing this every time, so. Maybe just a touch of an oversight that I'll fix right quick. There we go. Great. So yeah, I haven't really thought out how I'm getting power from up here down there. Perhaps I will go get my toolbox. And we will see about getting power to places. Oh, you know what else we need? Oh yeah, you can see I was digging it out. Oh, I also found a crazy new disc. I don't know that this one is supposed to spawn anywhere. It's in the discs tag, and it's in music discs, but it's not... I don't think it's supposed to spawn anywhere. I think it just spawned with a backpack mob. No, I got it from a backpack mob. So I'm gonna play just a little bit of it. Yeah. I'm not gonna chance any more of that. But I did just hear that from the void while I was digging out that hole. And decided I had to go and get it. Truly, mod packs bring the things together in ways the developers could never have foreseen. Okay, what am I doing? I need... Right. Do that. Then... no, I can't... Whoops. Right. Fall damage. One of these days that is just gonna kill me. Swap boots, jump down something, and just die. So I can't go straight through the lava, because I don't actually know if that will remove enough source blocks that it makes it a problem for my boilers. So what I'm thinking might happen is we're gonna go down behind the wall. Which is quite doable. Yeah. This will do nicely. And I don't have any cogs in here because I'm a fool. Alright. Let's go get some cogs. Why am I making a new entrance? What do you mean? Shit. All the shafts are down there, but all the cog-making materials are up here. Okay. I think I only need 2. I should just make, like, a shit ton. Put them in there. Okay. By a shit ton, I do mean 16. I don't need andesite alloy. I have lots. Well, I have the ability to make lots. I just don't have the shafts with me, and I have a better way. Nope. Okay. Gotta switch into our engineering kit. Oh, my hotkeys work for muting myself again. What a lovely day it is. Yeah, so we're gonna go down behind the wall here. Which means we got to find out what level that thing is on, because I don't remember. Which means we don't need the lava boots, actually, so... do that. Because, yeah, the idea is we're going to come out somewhere like here. -11. Gotcha. Oh, it'll actually be way more to the side, won't it? Okay, let's find the coordinates of this corner. And then keep those in mind. Alrighty. Nice. Right. I know I'm not using the toolbox properly because, like, you're supposed to just do this. and have him with you. But I also just feel like it's better if I just come up the other way. Alright, hopefully I don't run into anything troublesome, if you will. You don't really use that function? Yes, troublesome, of course. I think this was a cave I already somewhat knew about. From the lava's definitely behind there. Oh, there's the geode. Good, good. Alright. Where did we come out of? Yep. Imagine having to hit something twice. I know, I know. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So where are we at and where are we going? We are about... Oh, we're really not too far off. Nice. Beautiful. Yeah, that's this geode here. And that will do us nicely. Do that. Grab one of these. How am I getting the amethyst down here? Well, Max, you'll just have to wait and see, because it's something quite spectacular. Okay, how am I doing this? Not this way, that's for sure. I don't actually know if that'll be enough. I guess we find out. Believe you me, I've got a plan. Good. And now we've got power. And I'll pop... Whoops. Pop that back there, just so we don't have any unwelcome surprises. And we'll head back down. Ta-da! There's our power. You know what else we need, actually. And really, I should make a better way to get up and down, because I'm going to be going up and down a lot no matter what I do, because... I tried, but I can't just get everything, can I? Need that. Alright. This is loaded up. Anything else I need to remove? The minecarts technically, but I don't actually need to remove them. I just need to put them down myself. Oh shit, you know what? I need to check something. Okay. I need to check something. So you guys are going to the chair, or the chair. You guys are going to that thing. The ominous green door. God. There's no cat on the cat cam, but I can put it there to liven things up. Good. Hey, Stump. Welcome in. This. Okay, good. Nothing happened. I needed to check something and I didn't want you guys to see it, so. Just go into the ominous green door for a moment. Anyway. We're in the bowels of the earth. We're being sneaky. I am. We're gonna load this thing up with some gunpowder. We've got our schematic. Little bit of a spoiler there. And I think we're ready to go, although I am a little scared that something's gonna fuck up. You didn't know bowels were cubic in nature. They sure are in Minecraft. This probably isn't great to have in your bowels. Neither is this farm, but you know what, it's fine. And away it goes. You'll notice I used flint blocks as all of the scaffolding because we have 1 million of them. So I'm gonna let this run, and I'm gonna go grab the thing I forgot, although now I forgot what I forgot. Oh, no, I remember. Flint blocks are beloved marriage of convenience. Yeah. Oh, so smooth. Speed. I'm usually pretty good at getting out. The rest were not. I've done smoother ones. I can be smooth at this. It's just a little tough. So back to it. Oh, another thing we can do while this runs. Just do 50. Just to make sure we don't lose it. Is, yes, cast some flight so we can watch it all go down. Oh, this is not a great place for the power to be, is it? Oh well. You love the cannon. I also love the cannon. The schematic cannon is so nice. That's gonna have to go. Same with that one. That one probably. That one should be fine. There's a lot of... How do you open a backpack in your backpack? You hit B. While mousing over it. Same hotkey that you use to open the backpack on your back. There's a lot of very carefully wired redstone in here as well that won't update properly once this is done, so I'm gonna have to screw with that after. That looks good. Whoop. But yeah, the good news is it does start from nothing. Like, it does start on... You can just start it up however. This is my favorite part of the whole contraption is this thing right here. This... This piston flip-flop just tickles me. It's so funny. Putting in the call, or these guys. It's interesting that it doesn't quite render those correctly. Oh, you know what I just realized? I'm gonna have to make the roof a lot taller, actually. There's my funny little redstone circuit that took me a long time to figure out how to make it so small. Not that one, but this one. Good. Do I have headroom? No, but I will need it, so I'm gonna have to make it after this is done. Headroom in the bowel room, yes. Alright. Schematic cannon is complete. We didn't have enough flint, but, you know, I can go get more. This contraption a creature? One could argue. Very well. This should be powered. Don't know why it's not. Ah, because it hasn't been updated. There we go. Now it's powered. Hey, Navy, you missed the schematic cannon building the horrors. This should not be a receiver. Or no, it should be a receiver. But it should be powered. Why aren't you powered? Hello? Alright. Gonna make me put it down again. What the heck? Come on, video game. Don't do this to me. Why aren't these ones working? I think I might already have one with that setting on it. Okay. Well, we need to go get more redwood stairs and more flint blocks, so... I wonder if I can reach them from my radius here. Maybe. Oh my god, I can. Okay, redwood stairs. What's something I haven't used? I'll just do a block of slate. Nah, that's too close. I'll do... amethyst cluster. Don't need the slow fall boots when I have the power of flight. Yeah, all these are working, which is good. Being powered where? Again? Here. Okay. And I will do amethyst stairs. Copy, paste. And paste. Good. It's been a bizarre couple of hours for you. You had your whole night planned out. You're going to boot up Minecraft, start a new world, listen to the Cold Weather Company album, hop in here when I went live. What happened instead, Navy? Because I know something must have happened instead. Gonna pick that up, because it's not supposed to be there, and I'm not quite sure why it was. Alright, did the schematic cannon do its job? Very Possibly. Very possibly. Who do you attend to? Good. You and you. Alright. I didn't get more flint. So I will go do that now, while I wait for Navy's bizarre night to be typed out. For our enjoyment. I'm gonna feel mean about saying that if something bad happened, Navy. Which word got banned? Ah, shit. Hold on, I'll pull it up. And I'll let you know. Nope, 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 mute. Don't want to listen to my own vote. Navy, if you want to just send the message again, I'll try and catch it this time. Chatterino hates telling me that Automod has done anything. It was, anus is what got banned, which is not what you typed, but fixed it. That's crazy, though. Neat. So you spent your day watching that, then? The cannon is done. Pop it back in there. Chatterino, so unsophisticated, doesn't speak Latin. Indeed. Make sure there's enough room to actually get in here. That wasn't Chatterino, that was Automod, but Automod is just as unsophisticated, don't you worry. And I believe... yeah. This was something I screwed up a bunch in the testing world, was that I kept forgetting what direction the spell circle was moving in. That's how it should be. It comes along here. Over that. Through here. I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, you know what I'm missing? Oh, that is a good thing I thought to check that. So are you, apparently? You forgot it was supposed to have two ends. Yes. There. That's all powered. This one is not. Now it is. There you go. Man, they ended just on time for you to be able to watch me stream. How considerate. These need their drawers. I believe... yes, this is the Silk Touch one. Alright. Good. Good. You need to check up on someone who liked those guys, BRB. Godspeed, Stump. Did I have an extra funnel like I planned? Sure don't, okay. But you know where I do have an extra funnel? That's not the button. Here. Actually, I want andesite. Conversation you had on the day after it ended. I have not heard about this. Had some time to reflect, you're feeling a little emotional? Hell yeah. Yeah, that was a very cool project. I can't say that I was around for it, for very much of it, but I was here and there. Damn it. That was maybe not my smartest move. Now there are items everywhere. Someone messaged you and some other buddies to ask, hey, I've been seeing stuff about those Unis Honest guys. Can you tell me about that? Where can I watch that? The day after. Oh, no. That's so sad. Okay. Make sure there's not anything in any of my basins. That's fine. Dang it. Problem solved. Good. Oh, wait. Okay, good. What else needs to be done here? You know what I should do is turn off... Yeah, match backpack contents works. I'm just gonna dump all of that in there. They said they're leaving this VOD up for a little bit? Oh, that's nice. Alright. Have I found all the items? Probably not. The good news is that nothing should actually break too badly. If I'd missed some of them, I'll just have some stone or cobblestone or deep slate in one of these things. Which is fine. They've got lots of extra space. What I do need is to fix this, just because it looks bad. There we go. And I will still definitely need more headroom. So let's line up better this time. Okay, what am I doing? Here? Yes. Perfect. Yeah, I'm sorry guys, I'm not a... I don't even know. I was gonna make like a pilled joke, but I don't even know what that would be, so... I wasn't there much for it. We'll say that. I always love to hear about what creators are doing. Oh yeah, Mark is making a movie. That's nuts. Like, good for him. Good. Funny part to you is you had the house to yourself at the time your family left. You set yourself up with a laptop and dinner at the kitchen table and did not move from that seat until the end. Wasn't that stream like 13 hours? Oh yeah, there's no cat. At least 12? You don't recall? Yeah. Alright. Is this going to be enough headroom is a very good question. But you know how we can test it? By putting something that is actually supposed to be in there. Guy who dropped out to watch the Life series has a lot to say. Well, I wouldn't say I dropped out, but I also wouldn't say I didn't. Perfect. Alright, we're good. I dropped out of university, yeah, but it wasn't to watch the Life series. Not on its own, anyway. I dropped out, like, a long time ago. How long ago now would it have been? 5 years, yeah. Because COVID happened and I was in the depths of online learning at university and it was just terrible for me. I wasn't learning anything, I just miserable. So, things are better now. Hold on, where'd my thing go? Excuse me, where's my amethyst? Is it in the bag? Okay, wait. Where's my fucking amethyst? Where did it go? Don't do that. Okay. It got launched here for the test, went in, but it's not in there. So that's directed in. That one's directed in. The only one that's directed out is the one that's locked. I tried to unlock it, but it wasn't in there. Okay. That's why we keep a crank. That. About to have a gap year, and you're quite nervous about it. Max, it is truly... It seems way worse than it is. Okay. Magnet is off. Went in there. Okay. That's not good. I think possibly I just need to remind this thing that it is one big vault. Perhaps? Oh, you know where it's going. Ah. There it is. Found it. Your gap is sort of infinite until you feel like it. That is what mine was. Alright, I found it. We're good. My gap was also infinite until I was ready to go back, so... That does work. It is okay. You have my permission to do nothing forever if you want to. You just really want this degree. Yeah, that's fair. Oops, I'm on the ladder. Okay, so we do need some extra amethyst, just to prime this sucker. I forgot that the hand needed some. Now we should be good. This should be set to just one, and when I do this, it should go into that. Perfect. In you go. Pick up the golden backpack. Nope. Open it up. All the minecarts go in. Beautiful. And finally, the last bit of setup I need to do is concerning all of the minecarts in here. That's 6. We need 8. Okay. And a lever. Where's my lever? There's an extra lever in here, and apparently it got used somewhere. Oh, this schematic. Your gap is coming up to being 2 years long now? That's crazy. That's not that bad. Truly, there are so many people who just, like... When I did go back, I was expecting to feel, like, so old and... like everybody was there before me, but when I went back, there was not a single person in my program who hadn't tried something else before. Like... There's a lot of stigma around gap years and stuff like that, but it really is not that bad. Where is that lever? I know there's... Okay, there it is. It did get used, okay. Well, I'm gonna steal this one then. And actually take down this torch for a second. Put that away. Get out my flint. Oh, I swear that used to work, but apparently not anymore. Okay. Do I have this right? Yes. Create combined with redstone is a spooky concept. This is... Oh, I thought I did that with my fucking not silk touch tool there for a second. Yeah. It is something, but it is very fun. I need that one still, but I can put that back. There we go. Then we need... Yep. Minecart's right there, which means... I gotta remove you. There's the bucket of lava I put aside for it. Alright. Just for safety's sake, gonna remove you for a moment. Good. Oh shit. Pop you back. Pop that out in exchange for you. Okay. I can't go that way. Put that back. Looks good. Alright, minecarts are in place. This sucker now needs a lot more amethyst, actually. Hold on. Shit. Okay, we're gonna have to use up our flight spell, because I'm gonna need to leave and come back. Because all of these guys need blocks of amethyst to place, and I only have a stack when I should have 12 stacks, so whoops. I haven't said what this farm does yet, but like, if you know this mod pack, you know what it does. This is a quench delay farm. And basically, 1, 2, 3. Clench delay farm. Not quite. I don't have enough. Shit. Well, it's a good thing there's a geode right there. Let's go get 2 more stacks of amethyst, shall we? Quench, yeah. Like a good drink, it quenches. Quench delay. So if you weren't here when the server started, I will show you how it's made once the farm starts up. Best source of media in the game, it's allay mind woven into amethyst. Yeah, that's a language. Sure is, Stump. Oh. Now who is that? Oh, that's you for sure. It sounds like it's 2 of them, actually. It is definitely 2 of them. Oh, am I gonna go find them? I am in the middle of something, but like... New discs. Are they new? They're gonna be up, aren't they? Okay. Experiencing the Rickroll firsthand must have been so good. It was pretty funny. There you are. Oh, hold on. Okay. 1 mob at a time, please. You are the most annoying, so I will kill you first. Good. I'm definitely getting some reinforcement spawns. There is a Rickroll disc in this. Okay, stop beating him up, guys. Thank you. Why are there so many baby animals, baby zombies? Stop it. Okay, don't burn to death, please. I'd need to kill you with... Oh my god. Don't do that. Okay, that's one. Did I get the backpack? I don't think so. Or somebody else picked it up. Why do you have 87 health? At some point, he had 87 anyway. Alright. Oh, apparently my magnet is still on. That's what's going on. Okay. So we did get them both. And where the hell did we come from? Here. Okay, hold on. There is a Rickroll disc in this. I don't think it's supposed to actually spawn. It does just show up in the mob backpacks. Terraria and Minecraft crossover. The Bite of 87. What hat did we get from all that mess? No. Okay. Let's open our new bags. Wow. Mesa Depths. Don't think we've got that one. And just the beginning. Interesting. Okay, that was a fun little interlude. What do we need now? Right. We needed... Shit. Funnel. Nope. Okay. What we need is our Abacus out again to cast another long-range flight spell, because this is just getting fucking annoying. Okay. Next. Funnel. Next. Amethyst. And we were short 2 stacks, so next. Geode. Allow... hold on. You. Oh, it's so tempting to just get out the hammer because we don't need this ever again. But unfortunately, that will feel like I'm committing an evil act, and, well, don't look at the stream title or anything, but I think maybe I'm all full up on evil acts. We're so close to Christmas, I can't risk getting on the naughty list over this. Turning on the magnet might help. I'm already filling my quota of evil tonight. Yeah, that exactly. That's what I was trying to do, not turn off my magnet. Hashtag my evil quota in stream tags, hold on. Oh, it won't let me put hashtag in it. That's lame. Twitch, you're lame. There you go. My evil quota. I don't get a hashtag in it, but it is there. Write out hashtag. Alright, that's 1 stack. Just 1 more of those, and then we're done. Then we're ready to move in the other things. We're not done. We're actually not anywhere near done, unfortunately. We do have a lot of work yet to do. But we're getting there. The schematic cannon did make it much easier, but not completely painless. That's 100, we need 128. Good. And just with that, it's break time. I'll be back in 4 minutes, and then we shall see how it goes, BRB. Alrighty, my timer's all fucked up, so... Just when I fix it, it gets fucked up again. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do with this fucking thing. Hold on. That's not even how you spell it. Navy, I'm going Christmas baking tomorrow. Like, it is coming up. It's not... I don't just say that to scare. It's defrosting. My timer's defrosting? My timer's doing fucking nothing is what it's doing. Another thing, so I've been working on an embroidery project, and it is going to be a gift, and when I started it, it wasn't going to be a Christmas gift. I swear to God, I started this thing in October. But it's probably going to be a Christmas gift. Now. Which is a little distressing, because I feel like that puts a little... It makes me worried, because I feel like it's not conducive for me making a Christmas gift as good, air quotes, for everybody else. I don't know. I'm overthinking that for sure. Yeah, everyone, we have to celebrate Stump's birthday instead of Christmas. American Thanksgiving, Stump's birthday. These are important holidays, global holidays that everyone needs to know before we celebrate Christmas. The 27th of November. Okay, one more important holiday, actually. It's Kiku's birthday tomorrow. Hell yeah. I will have to remember that. One more important holiday. Tomorrow is the day that Clementine has officially paid for itself. Clementine, my mini computer, if I work out the time since I got it to now, how much I would have paid to host a server of comparable quality in that time frame, it would have cost me as much as it did running it from then to now as it did to buy it. So now Clementine is paid for itself, everything else is free bonus, and also I've run a bunch of other random shit on Clementine in the interim, so it's not really like it was ever... It was never an issue. Okay, what am I doing? Also, funner fact about that, this date's a straight up lie. It was calculated at the time that I bought Clementine, which means that I was using server pricing from then, and server pricing from then is not server pricing from now. -7. Yeah, it would have been much, much more expensive at this point to rent the server than to buy Clementine, so... Oh yeah. The cave. Oh, good. So... We do this. No, we don't. We do this. Yeah, Clementine already paid for itself, like... How long ago now would it have been? It is a sweet name for a computer. Yeah, it's my little mini PC. I called it Clementine because the main one is called the Orange Wizard. And it's a smaller computer, so it's a smaller orange. Okay. I'm just gonna have to keep an eye on the clock for this, because I've fucked it all up. Alright. So we do this. We do that. 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 This is where it runs in. And this will power everything. Done with homework, we'll be on soon. This has been going too smoothly. He needs distractions. Yeah, we're working. We're getting it done. This thing's been in the works for a couple of weeks now. October 20th is when I had the final, like, all the prototype pieces were wired together, and then I kind of just sat on this. So, where did I put my toolbox? It's over here. I actually am going to need to make this entrance a little bit wider, because I am going to need to screw with the timing. Because it won't be 16, that's for sure. The good news is, I think all of this can run backwards for a little while until I turn it around. Oh, you know what can't run without... Okay, I did fuck up one thing. Is that I didn't set all of these to pickaxe. And that is a problem. But now that problem should be solved, hopefully. Okay. So, what direction was this turning on the test world? I don't know. That is not the right direction. Oh, there. Yeah, there's the problem. There indeed is the problem. All just in the wrong space. And hand them over. Okay. That should be good now. That's empty. That's empty. These are all running. That's up. How are we looking? I think we're looking good. Okay. That's good. That's good. All right. I think we are all set up. I mean, all of these have to be flushed, but that's just first run stuff. We'll have to do that. You know what we are missing? The all-important music disc. Good old Mellow High, however you'd say it. We needed this enough that we built a whole farm for it. And that is just gonna go right there for now, so I remember where it is. That's not where it ends up in the end, but that is where it's going for now. So, if only I'd told you I just needed the one, if only. That's all set up. And you know what? We should probably do the spell circle now, because it's just gonna be really boring to watch me do the spell circle, is the problem. Mellow he, mellow who, mellow ha ha. Stop doing that. Okay. Crank in. You. Now we have to switch out of our engineering kit over to our magic kit. Because let's not forget, this is a magic operation. This is hexcasting and create working together. This structure here, this is going to be a spell circle, which I had to weave through this thing. So. Yeah. I'm just putting it off. I don't have the spell on here. I have a version of the spell on here, but I'm going to have to screw with it. Okay. Here's our spell. This is the version we want, which means I need to convert a bunch of stuff. We actually only need this first part of the spell here. This is the part that is what I want. Do you want company doing this, or is it going to make it take longer? I mean, I wouldn't mind some company. I am just going to be, like, kind of dead silent while I try to work this out. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, 21. Zircon is lonely. There's no one on the server tonight. I was promised people on the server tonight, but Corey is tired. Let's get out the Discord bot. 21. Do I remember how my spell works? I don't, apparently. Okay. Well, the good news is we don't need that last bit. Do I remember? Don't need that. And these don't need to be up here right now. Do I remember how to manipulate my lists? No. Integration distillation. Okay. I fucked that up. At least he hasn't started talking to Buster unprompted. Buster's up in my bed. Oh my goodness. What am I doing? Okay. So this is the 12... or the... This is the cube... God, what am I trying to say? This spell here is how we traverse a cube. In fact, this specific version of the spell traverses a cube in a 2x2x3 way. And now I need to make sure that this is actually set up properly. This cube is going that way. Yeah, it is. We're good. So the next thing we need is to make a note of what this block is, coordinates-wise. That's not it. There we go. 186, -7, -92. And then we need this coordinate as well. -81, -9, -88. Those are the two coordinates we need for this spell. Which will be a pain, as always. So, next thing to do is write the second part of that spell. It is first the coordinates, then vector exaltation, and then... Oh, no, 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 no. I am wrong, actually. It is the coordinate of this spot over here. first. These are things we don't want to screw up. Not at all. Okay. So, first we want 181, -9, -88. And I'm actually going to clear this because we're going to write out the numbers just to be sure I know how I'm writing them. That's a funky one. 181, -9. That's pretty easy. And -88. All right. That is the first thing that we need. And now, get to try and write those again, but without the guide. 181, -9, -88. Vector exaltation. Then we want a range of 1. And I'm going to make sure that I draw this right. Entities we want living. Okay. Living. Oh, you fucking... Okay. You know what, actually, I screwed this up. Maybe. Did I screw this up? Nope, no I didn't. Never mind. I thought I made a change to this for the test upstairs. I didn't. Yeah. Okay, I think that's alright. We're good then. Because this will get us a list of allays. This will get us a matched list of allays and coordinates. And then we need these coordinates down here. So I'm going to close this up. I'm going to read from my book here. Add those together and write it back down. And now we get to do the other coordinates. So now we need 181, -9. No, wait. I fucked that up, didn't I? Yes, okay. We need 186, -7. A good thing I thought to think before I did anything. Remember, guys, think to think. That doesn't work if they're the same tense. Thought to think does, though. Kind of. Maybe. Sorry, I'm doing, like, very easy math on stream, and it's enough to bring me down. I literally just have to remember a number. Okay. So where'd we leave off there? We left off at the coordinate, the next coordinate. Good me. Good going me. So now we need... 186. Numbers are like fairies if you think about it. Please enlighten me, Stump. -7. -92. Vector exaltation. And swap this with that list. Finally. We need another list. Where we go back to list manipulation, because if I draw this wrong, I will cry. We need flux disintegration. And then I don't know what that fucking symbol is, because I am ridiculous. Alright. I might need to go check the other fucking world. The thing is, I could check it on here, but it would be like using cheats. Okay, you know what? We're just going to 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to take the coordinates. Actually, we're going to take these last 3. Because those are the ones that are suspect. We're going to save this coordinate bit. We're going to read off of our book. Swap them around. Add them together. And write back into the book. Okay. So we're at the end of the coordinates section. That second pair of coordinates was this section here, this block here. It is what we said it was. I don't know what route my train of thought took to reach this destination, but I realized that I was giggling in my head about the thought of a right-angle triangle with side lengths 1, I, and 0. Navy, I have seen a diagram with exactly that on it and had to use it for calculus before. I've lived your joke. Yucky. It was. It is so funny. Side length 0. Of course. Alright. You guys are going back to the screen. Because I need to go back into my single player to test something. And by test something, I mean literally look at something for 5 seconds to figure out what fucking hex it is, because I can't read when it's so small. Let me in, you scratch at the green door. There's already a lot of scratches on it, it's fine. You guys can hear me casting my spell in here, I'm sure. You like how it sounds? I fucked up. As I am wont to do, where is my notebook? List manipulation, selection exaltation. Okay. Now I reveal to me Jester's Gambit. Rotation Gambit, okay. Hey, Unsure. What's up, man? Welcome in. Just the man you wanted to see, why is that? Okay, first is Jester's, second is Rotation, third is Jester's again. Do you have a song for me? Oh boy. Hold on, let me get out a sticky note. Alright. You go right ahead. Dustland Hymn by Impulse Machine. Wonderful. Yep, wrote it down. Thank you very much, Unsure. How have you been? Welcome in. We are creating the horror machine tonight. You guys will see it in just a minute. Okay, jesters, rotation, jesters. And it's rotation on the right side, which is not the left side, which I'm going to think of first when I hear the word right. Because my brain is ridiculous. Okay. Pretty good. You GF asked you to move in with her. Hell yeah. Congrats. Okay. Where are we at? There we are. So, it goes Jester. Opening bracket. Flock disintegration. Rotation. To the right. Addition. A sigil that I'm not sure I can draw on the fly anymore. Let's see. This is probably it. Closing bracket. Jesters. You hope so too. You're more than a little worried because you'd be moving away from your parents' house, but you're sure it'll be fine. Hell yeah, man. I'm excited for you. It's good to hear. Big life changes for... I was gonna say for everyone, but I'm doing fucking nothing. You just got a cool response from that one hex casting add-on author we kind of know. Is that Stickia? Or am I thinking of the wrong person? Okay. Now, just to sanity check this, this should be 42 long. Okay. And it is. So now, we are going to write it into our book. Hope so too. Thankfully, you don't actually have a whole lot to move. Hell yeah. Okay, Unsure, this is like the new big news for you. I have Ethernet now. I'm wired up to Ethernet now. And in doing so, I had to move all of my shit out of the closet because we were running a wire through the back of my closet. And I did not realize how many things I have. It filled my room. I could not walk around. It's crazy. Anyhow, here is our finished spell. It is 42 long, as it should be. We have the 2 sets of coordinates. They look good. They're in the right spot. Here he goes. Come on. We've got Rotation Gambit in the right spot. We've got Jesters everywhere else. We have tested the cube traversal. You're so blessed as to be privy to every one of Zircon's complaint spiels like this 3 times. My best friend in the whole world. I'd gladly listen to him whinge about this 10 more times. Has everyone done the Wordle today? Sorry, that's not a... And by today, I mean November 13th? Yes, another one. Yes, November 13th. Has anyone who wants to do the Wordle today done the Wordle for November 13th? I'm pretty sure most people in my chat, it is no longer November 13th. So, it doesn't matter anymore to them. As soon as you're able to move out is when your internet provider decides to finally start getting fiber to your house. Ouch. That sucks. Alright, I won't say anything about the Wordle just in case people haven't done it and they care. If there are any lurkers in chat, don't worry, I'm not gonna spoil the Wordle for you. But today's word was stupid. Yeah, Navy, I saw you do the 14ths. Tisk tisk. Yeah, today's word was stupid. I didn't like it. Okay. Am I going to do this first, or am I going to move the allays down here first? Max, if you wanted to get on now, actually, it might be helpful to me, because I don't want to lose allays in this. You were gonna say something about it, but he thought it may be a little confusing, so you'll speak on it later. Yeah, I don't want to have any despawning issues, and I do have to teleport allays down here, so... Oh yeah, I did want to check, also. I literally just need you to come down the ladder and stand there. I wanted to check how much strain this puts on my boilers. What are we at? I don't have my goggles on, but it doesn't look like a lot. I will be honest. Yeah, it's... it's not a lot of stress. It's more than it was before, but it's not... it's not a lot. The dial has not moved up. Yeah! Oh, man! The Valve... I wouldn't even call it a console. That thing's just straight up a PC. But... I understand what they're trying to do. Moving right into Microsoft's place after they give up the ghost on the console market. Power to Valve. Have you guys... okay. This is like the big, huge nerd I am. I mean, you should know this by now. I'm a huge nerd. I have been following consumer VR for a very long time, since it, like, started becoming mainstream. You're buying the GameCube. You're buying the GameCube, unsure. That's what you're buying. But I've been following consumer VR for a very long time, and the most recent consumer VR has kind of been not the best. I mean, it's been... and the problem isn't the actual VR. Like, the actual products have been very neat. They've been cool. They've had cool tech. They've had a bunch of cool stuff. But they are being made by Meta and Apple, and I fucking hate those companies and everything they stand for. And the fact that those headsets are so locked down and so just unusable in anything except the use case, their narrow use case they have perfectly defined. I hate that. The Valve frame is crazy. It is... okay. I've been a follower of the consumer VR for a very long time. When I had the money, I pulled together the money to get myself... I think this is an original Quest I've got here. And it's big. The headset bit is big. It's unbalanced, it's uncomfortable, and I loved it. And this thing was small for the time. I loved it. I've got Side Quest on it because fuck Meta. I've got Beat Saber on it. I had it before I came out, and because they force you to do their fucking Meta thing, it's like through a Facebook account that no longer exists and still has my dead name, and I can't get rid of it, which has made me kind of stop using the thing. But what can you do? And looking at the reveal of the Valve frame, that thing is so small. It's so thin. It's not even a pound. It is a pound. It's not even a kilogram, excuse me. It is 430 grams. That's crazy. That's so crazy. I don't even know what this thing weighs. The original Quest. I'm sure it's online somewhere. Oh my gosh. And the other thing, that's like normal-ish. Less nerdy, more understandable, wowed at it. But the coolest thing about the Valve frame so far is the x86 to ARM translation layer. That's bonkers. That is so, so cool. Because what that means is... So, ARM is a different processor architecture from x86. x86 is like what Windows runs. Most people's computers are going to be an x86 machine. If you ever have like an installer and it says ARM or x86, you know you pick x86 and you don't worry about it. It suffers from a lot of generational overlap. Like, not even overlap, just like what it had to do to maintain backwards compatibility, to maintain the ability of keeping everything running from generation to generation on these processors. Meanwhile, ARM, that's what's in mobile devices mostly. In your phone. I also saw that apple pie video. Okay, you guys, let me rant and I'll talk about the apple pie video too. ARM processors are like what's in your phone. Mobile devices, their best thing is low power. They are very, very good on power consumption, and there are laptops coming out now. Snapdragon has made some ARM processor laptops, but they have very limited use, kind of just because things haven't been developed for them. Things have been made with x86 in mind, and ARM has been an afterthought. The thing that the Valve frame is doing that is so incredibly nuts to me is that it is running a translation layer between x86 architecture and ARM architecture. I see you, Max. It is going between one processor kind to another and is doing that at performance, at speed. Like, it's crazy. So that's technically not Valve. That is an open source project called Fex that is allowing that to happen, but Valve has been heavily contributing to that for around a couple of years now, according to the reveal. And like, it is hard to overstate just how insane that is. Because it's an open source project that is going to be used on all manner. Like, that was the thing. I had a friend who was saying, oh, I think my next laptop is going to be an ARM machine. And I was thinking, like, that sounds impractical as all hell. You are going to miss out on a lot of programs that are just not made to run on ARM. Not anymore. It doesn't matter anymore. If this thing works well and at performance, if this translation layer is good in wider applications outside of just gaming, which a lot of libraries used for gaming are used for a bunch of other stuff, this is going to be a complete game changer. It is crazy. Okay, apple pie thing. Apple pie video, entirely out of apples. I watched that video right when it came out because I am subscribed to that guy. Atomic3 has some really fun videos. You should check him out. He has really interesting videos. If you only watch the apple pie video, watch other videos. Atomic3 is really great.
That was the same person who did the, like, fake seeds video, right?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
He also does scam busting, which are really fun. He does a bunch of foraging videos that I really like. I just like that channel. It's a good channel. Okay. What am I doing? I just spent like 10 minutes ranting about this.
You sure did.
It's something I care about. It's something I'm passionate about. It's really cool shit. Okay, I gotta go get the allays. You're standing here. Do you want to make a voice group?
Yes. Technically I already made one, but I'll do that now.
Alright. Oh, and I also need...
you...
Hmm? You went into a group. You didn't make it open. What were you saying? I heard, are you?
Hang on, how would I...
It's just a setting when you make the group. It's fine.
Okay. Are you teleporting them in?
I am, but first I need to get these coordinates, so...
I don't know why anybody, or why nobody else uses cages anymore.
Because I can't release them in the same space with cages.
You can't? Interesting.
You know, I actually haven't tested that. Hold on. I feel like I had some problem with
There's
it,
my
but
point.
I might use the
Okay.
cage. Yeah.
Regardless, you know how you're accomplishing this.
Alright,
so.
then I guess I don't need you, Max, thanks.
What?
I was going to actually just do one spell to bring all 12 of them that I need, because I can just do that, but... I might use cages now, because the thing is, this is going to solve our my media problem. Our media problem. I'm not going to keep this to myself, but... I am a little bit desperately low on media right now. And so...
How low is desperately low?
3,700 media. I'm fine, I don't need charity. I'm just saying, it's getting a little close to the line for me.
You are quite dramatic about the phrase desperately low.
Well, the thing is, I don't want to count anything that's in the farm here upstairs, because, like, this is public. That's not only for me. You were expecting baking from Atomic Shrimp?
Zircon.
Yeah.
In a very similar situation, I said effectively the same thing about taking iron from the factory.
Yeah.
And you encouraged me to take basically all of it, because it would
I did. It is for the public. Yes.
Right.
I am encouraging you to take basically all of that amethyst, too. This is why I'm making a better farm.
You are not exempt from your own creations for the benefit of the server.
Yeah, but if other people need it, I don't want to be hogging it, and I can just make a better farm.
We have... So much has accumulated because people aren't using it. That's
why I'm telling people to use it. Take it. You want it, it's yours. Perfect.
We've really got to figure out what to do with, well, I guess now it's not going to be a problem because we'll have a better media source, but, we have so much amethyst dust, and nobody's going to use that.
I mean, I use it every now and again.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
I guess for crafting.
It's yours, my friend. Thank you, Stump.
What did Stump say? I need to pull up chat on my phone.
Stump got the reference I was making. As long as you want enough media. Rupees. Rubies, sorry. Gotta quote it properly. Oh, the iron ticked over, it looks like. Barrel refilled. What am I low on? Oh, right.
I don't think I actually sent a screenshot of everything that I crafted last night. I have 181 redstone links, a linked controller, 184 hoppers, and 192 pistons. That is more pistons than I need, but everything else is about what I needed for the original design of the curtains.
I'm excited to see the curtains. It seems like
It's really not... It's not impressive, but I like it.
Alrighty.
What were you gonna say?
Did Bones get to see them already? It kind of seemed to me like he did.
He did not, but I explained why there is a hard limit on how big he can make his project.
I didn't bring any cobblestone, and if I open that door, they're all gonna fly out. Wait, yes I did. He does say rubies, and that's a big point of contention with a lot of people in that series. Of all the things to be mad at the Zelda CDI games for, I don't know why it's the fact that they say rubies, but it is one of them. Go fetch. Okay, a couple did get out. It's fine.
Are you is there going to be a stock of allays down here, or is it going to be continually pulling them from up there?
Max, just this farm genuinely is genius. And like, I'm not just saying that because I made it. Like I'm honestly very impressed with myself that this is a thing that could be made at all.
I do believe that, but I'm glad that you're aware of how it sounds.
You have to see it.
I do genuinely think that this is.
Why do I have cages of allays? Bones, did you see the title of the stream? We're going downstairs. You're going to see the things I have been making. Welcome. You're worried.
The time for that is over, Bones.
Yeah, you're a little late.
The worst of it has been done.
Okay. So. That didn't work. Yes, that did not work.
What have you done now?
Well, it wasn't my fault. That one just flew directly into the piston. Okay. It's good, actually. We're fine. That's not good. There's an escape artist. I didn't kill him. He's right there. He flew in. He's fine. They heal. Not the right thing. See, they're both at full health. They are fine. I killed no one. Okay, yeah, here's the problem, Max. Now I need to unload them, and they seem to want to escape when I do that. Okay, maybe I'm just doing it wrong. Very possible. See, but now they're crowding up there. Don't put sad faces in my chat. You guys read the title of the stream. You knew what was happening.
I mean, we really didn't, considering how...
Well, you should have expected it.
Under wraps you kept all of this. That's your doing?
One more. There we go. Alright. They're all 12 happy, hanging out in there. And the good news is, I can take away their cobblestone. They don't want to give me their cobblestone. Okay, it doesn't actually matter. It looks nicer, but if they don't want to give it up, they don't have to. You can hang on to it, it's fine. So, I told you guys that once I had this built, I was going to go into my creative world and show you how it works as each individual module, so I might go do that now. Were you secretive because it's kind of horror? I was secretive exactly because of how everyone reacted when I did this a little bit of allay quenching a while ago. Everyone was like, oh my god, what a terrible thing you've done. And so I was like, okay, if I'm gonna do that, if I'm gonna mechanize this, I should do it secretly. Because I am building the horrors machine. So, we have a choice here. I could write out the spell circle now. This is not for the expo. This is because I need a better source of amethyst. We're burning through the farm proceeds product much faster than it creates any. And this will be way, way better. So again, the question is, do I write the spell circle now? Or do I go into creative and tell you guys how it works?
I mean, if you don't do it now, when are you going to want to do it?
I'm never gonna want to do this. This is gonna be a pain in the ass no matter what I do. This isn't
I say do it tonight.
I'm going to do it tonight. I was just going to go into my testing world first and show you guys how it works.
Oh, I see. No, Bones, this is a quench delay farm.
This is an
This is
amethyst
the
farm.
next.
No, Max, it is an amethyst
Well-
farm. Let me explain it. What you suspected is partially true, but not totally.
Okay.
So I'm gonna pop that sucker there. I'm going to select it. Going to do this. And we're gonna go one by one. And print the spell. And I'm going to be very deliberate about this, because if I skip one, I'm going to be mad. I am so glad I made this tchotchke.
Mm-hmm.
This would be hellish.
Be bad, that's for sure. I should grab another backpack somewhere. I will be right back. I'm gonna go do that.
Alrighty. Nope.
Are you able to talk while doing this, or is that gonna mess you up?
Well, it doesn't matter now because I'm done.
Oh, that was quicker than expected.
Well, I still need to weave it through the rest of the farm, but... Oh, I almost forgot and did something very bad. But I did remember. Where did that go?
What'd you almost do?
Nothing, I remembered. There's a piston here that is a T flip-flop. It needs to be in this state when it starts. And if I had just put down this without thinking, I would have flopped it, and it would have fucked up our whole mining operation over there.
Hey.
Like any good farm, it is a little bit fragile.
Oh, I was gonna ask, that's why I was checking whether it would mess you up to
Good.
talk. What took you the longest to figure out, apart from weaving the pieces together? Like, which of the individual modules?
It's tough because I didn't do it all in like one solid run through for each part.
Right.
There's just one thing left to do before this is ready to go. Put away our spell circle kit. All that random crap. Okay. This is it. This is it. And we could test it right now, actually. So I want to do it, and then I will explain it. Because I think a lot of moving parts happen all at once.
Mm-hmm.
And it will be fun to watch. Except it won't even fucking work because... Oh, god damn it. Okay.
Huh?
Yeah, it's not gonna work for a reason that is hard to explain.
What do you need for it to work?
I need to run it twice. I need to flush the system.
Okay.
Because basically the way that I stop these deployers from breaking the amethyst before it's been quenched is by just having them be full of items. And then after the spell has gone off, it allows them to empty for a couple of ticks, and then it closes them up again. which means that these aren't moving because they're all holding an amethyst block right now. So, the first run will do nothing, and you won't see the most complicated part of the farm. Although I say that most complicated part of the farm, it's all fucking complicated. This part was complicated.
Ain't that the truth?
Also, I'm fully missing something from the farm that I just forgot I didn't do yet.
Ooh.
It's fine. The good news is, it really is just fine. I need to put 12 items in this hopper. Okay, how do you guys want this to happen? Do you want me to run you through it, or do you want me to just activate it and you guys watch everything happen? I'm asking my stream. Max, I guess you're watching my stream, so... I didn't mean to, like, shut you down with that. I'm directing. Directing the question.
I'll wait until after you get some responses in chat.
Alright, chat. What would you like? Do you want an explanation, or do you just want to watch it? Oh, chat. It's actually break time, so I'll be back in 4 minutes, and then you can decide by then. BRB.
So I've decided to switch my wallet over to, a backpack. So that I don't have to place it down anymore.
Alrighty. Chat has said nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Tisk tisk, you guys.
I think it would be cool if you explained how it works first.
Alright. It's actually made me realize I've got this in the wrong spot. Apparently not, never mind.
Oh. Alright.
So, the first part... Hold on. My stream deck is just being fucking useless tonight, I guess.
What did it do?
There we go. Okay, I want a timer on it. I had a timer on it, it broke. I got a different timer on it, it broke. Put the old timer back on, now it's working. So, old timer is back on,
Weird.
except that because the old one broke mid-timer, apparently it was still counting, and it still let me know that the timer was up in a way that I couldn't turn off, and it was just beeping in my ear. We're done with it. I uninstalled it. We have the old timer, and it seems like it's working. If that breaks again, then I make my own fucking thing. I don't know. In any case... the first thing I figured out was the LA thing here. I found out that if you use a deployer set up in this way, where it's fed with amethyst, and LAs are listening to music, it will breed the LAs. See, the thing is, I kind of want to do this in my single-player world just because I have all the old modules and everything, like all the pieces of how I figured it out. And I feel like that'll be more interesting to go through. I built this in a very modular fashion, so I kind of just want to run it now, especially because I want to see if the spell works. Okay, I'm gonna run it. I'll explain myself after. You can see here, there are hearts. The allays are duplicating. And that solves the first issue, which is source of allays. Oh my god, I just realized I forgot something. It's not... it shouldn't be too bad.
What?
Yeah.
That's...
Okay. That should be fine. No. The spell circle didn't have any power in it. That is fixed. Because quenching allays does take quite a bit of media to accomplish. So yeah, we get to listen to all of Mellow High first. Before anything interesting happens. But I promise, it gets interesting. You would not believe how many times I have listened to this song. Just because... Alright, and the way it goes... 11, 12. That's 12 allays. And the spell circle is a-goin'. And there's our quench delay. And there is the allay disposal system. I'm gonna empty that out by hand, and I won't have to do that ever again, just that first time. What are you grumbling about, Max?
Bad flying. That's all.
See. So that was the first run of the system that is now primed, and it will run on its own forever. I don't need to touch it anymore, except to clear out this basin over here, which should not have amethyst blocks in it. So I can just put those on there, and we're all good. So that is the Quench Delay farm. Now, I may leave, and go explain it to you guys in detail. The other option is to wait for another run, which will take 5 minutes. But if we wait for another run, then you guys will get to see the crafting portion of it, which was not easy. Not at all.
How so?
So, the way that this farm works, and here's something funny. I did not expect to even break even with this. I thought I was going to have to put way more amethyst in than I was getting out in media. But the quench delay can be crafted into amethyst shards. And with that, quench delay shards can be crafted into amethyst shards, which is why I need this suite here marked with the brass funnels. These are all fortune pickaxes. These are all going to give me quench delay shards, which will average out to about 12 per run. A handful of those will be mixed into 48 amethyst shards, which are sent back into the system to be reused because each run uses 12 amethyst blocks. 48 shards make 12 blocks. So, we break even there. The rest are turned into shards to cover what it takes to breed or duplicate the allays, which we actually have a surplus of in that respect too. This will slowly, over time, fill with more amethyst shards. So if you ever need more shards, you can get them from the big thing. And that leaves us... Oh, and one quenched amethyst will go into the cleric impetus per run, which is enough to keep it fueled forever. Each run uses one quenched amethyst per. That's why I picked 12. For the number of allays down here. Which leaves us with a grand total of 8 quenched allay per run profit. Which I can't remember. I know I did the calculations, and I did this like mental math trying to help myself fall asleep the night that I first figured all this math out.
That's crazy.
It's something like 11,000 media an hour. But I don't remember exactly.
Ooh.
Because yeah, this runs every 5 minutes. It runs a little less often than 5 minutes.
This is really cool, Zircon. It is evil, but it is cool.
Yeah, so I averaged about 11 runs an hour. Oh, and there it goes. And the allays are duplicating. And yeah, basically we just... And so yeah, it's not the spell circle that's loud, it's the music disc. This is why it had to be so far underground.
Interesting.
I don't want to have to listen to Mellow High anymore. I've listened to it so many times. You agree with Max that it's evil but interesting? That's what I strive to be in Minecraft. It's really hard to pick what the hardest part of this was, is the thing, because like everything had its own unique challenge. Content Brain, you gotta make a video explaining showing this off. Bones, do I have a story for you? The reason this took me... Like, every part of this was done on October 20th. The reason it took me until tonight to get it done is that I wanted to make a YouTube video explaining the whole process of the farm, and then I just kept putting it off. And I thought, oh, I'll, like, film some stuff before I wire it all up so I can have, like, film stuff while I wire it. And then I'm not good at making YouTube videos, and I kept getting psyched out of recording. And so I never made one. But that is why it took me this long to put it on the server. Ah, fuck, there's another one with cobblestone.
Makes sense as a reason.
Eventually all those will be flushed out, hopefully.
Oh, I was wondering about the one that still had cobblestone.
Is that the only one that still had cobblestone?
I think it was only one.
Now we can look at the farming, or the crafting part. So yeah, this mix-up a bunch of Quench Delay shards and amethyst, which is sent from the container. It's all turned into amethyst blocks down here. And then a portion of amethyst stays in this basin, which is ejected when the next crafting cycle begins. And that lets us break even on the amethyst actually used to duplicate the allays. So now, if we look in here, there are 9 Quench Delay. And there's no dust in that one because I should have had 1 extra piece of Quench Delay in there. Before... yeah, now it's primed. So now this will just run. I don't need to do anything anymore. I could walk away completely. If this chunk is loaded, this will run and be fine and awesome. Technically, I do need to replace the pickaxes eventually, but there are enough in here to last for, like, a good couple of cycles per each pickaxe. And diamond pickaxes do not run down that fast. Especially with Unbreaking 3, which I think all of them have. So.
Hang on, you mentioned you had 2 different kinds of pickaxes here?
Yes, so most of these are Silk Touch, 3 of them are Fortune.
Uh-huh. Okay, I see.
Silk Touch is what lets me get the actual Quench Delay block, which is the densest form of media in the game. And I do need the Fortune to get the Amethyst to break even there.
So that this will run, yeah.
Yeah. Alright. Somehow we're missing cobblestone. Maybe. Maybe not. It's kind of alright either way. Pop that in there. We're also maybe missing a minecart, but I think what I'm just gonna have to do... So that's the other problem, is that despite my best efforts, we do run out of minecarts over enough time. And that's just based on how the minecart collection system works. I really tried my best to limit how many we lose, and I did get it down to, like, losing 1 every 5 or 6 runs, which is pretty good. It does still suck. So I do need to supply one thing to this farm, and it's minecarts. Which, you know, I have this whole item vault I could fill with minecarts, so I'll live. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? Let's go upstairs and go get a bunch of iron for minecarts. But yeah, this is what has been taking me away from working on my expo projects. And no longer. Now I will have ample media to supply my expo project. And it doesn't take too long to run again. So originally, the disc I wanted to use for this was 13, by the way. Because that one is 1 minute and 11 seconds. Sorry, music disc 11, not 13. It's 1 minute and 11 seconds, that's the shortest music disc in the game. But that ended up being just a little bit too short. I had to go for the second shortest, which is Mellow High. And that just made the timing work out for the LA duplicating. I don't know what's going on with the numbers there, but I don't think I'm duplicating minecarts. It looks alright. Oh man, I'm so pleased with this. Also, for the record, part of my expo project does depend very much on this spell that I developed for this. The cube traversal spell is going to be extremely useful for my expo project. It looks like all of the original allays have been cleared out now. No more cobblestone. And we got back all our minecarts. Nice. So yeah, there's the system. This music disc timer, by the way, this is... very little of this is actually like my figuring out redstone. Almost all of the redstone stuff in here was me looking up tutorials on how to do something and stitching them together. This section here is kind of again, it'll be way easier to see in the creative world, so we might hop over to that now. Max, do you want to get in a Discord call so you can still be in call with me?
I might just watch stream. I've got some real-life chores to do, actually.
Alrighty.
But
We're gonna
still,
hop
it was
over to my
nice
creative
to
world
see
then.
this up and running.
And you guys will get to
See ya.
see how I got it to work. So, the creative world. This is where it began. Is this sucker right here. Actually, I think the very first... Thank you. The very first, Oh, my memory's gonna overflow. Okay, I'm gonna restart my game. And then I will show you how it works. The very first deployer that I tested allay duplication with is actually gone. I did break it. But in that area, that's where I tested it. Where I found out if deployers could duplicate allays, and I was very, very happy to find out that they could. So the design of this thing was truly just a lesson in overcomplicating things and then realizing they could be so much simpler. Every step of the way was something like that, where I'm like, the only way to do this is to have this super huge construction, this super huge assembly, where everything will be timed out perfectly and sorted perfectly and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And it didn't need to be. So this is actually like a ways in. This music disc timer, I know I got it off of Hermitcraft. I don't know who made it. So there's my problem. And you can see the original disc I was using in here. Age. No, it's not age. The scoreboard is a thing I will show you. We'll get there. So yeah, this was where I originally had the allays. This thing feeds into the deployer with amethyst shards. If I pop an allay in there, it does get that. So in the original, that was not there. This was just glass, and I was just trying to run minecarts through to pick up the allays. But the problem is that with enough allays in there, not if I do that, with enough allays in there, they start to move around, especially when you duplicate them. So if I put this disc in that, this is the other thing that's very funny to me, is yes, it was my original plan to have these allays listen to just, like, terrifying horror music every 5 minutes, forever. And I think somewhere I sent a message where it's like, I'm doing truly evil things right now. Ignore the fact that they all keep dying. I put too many in there. They're just entity cramming, it's fine. Mellow High as a substitute, yeah. So it's not the horror movie, but it isn't... It's not far from it. So we don't need this on anymore. This was proof of concept. Put that in there. But yeah, this was the first thing I had figured out. Basically, it was based off of this block. The pulse repeater is what made me think I could do this at all. The fact that you can set a timer on it for 5 minutes and it's just happy. But yeah, the problem I had was that they get spread out like this, which works fine for a while. But when you run out of the allays on the corner here, they stop getting picked up by the minecart. So when you send a minecart through, it doesn't always get an allay. Now that's a huge problem. We need to always get allays. Ignore that. We can't be having empty minecarts running through the system because I had worked out already the math I would need to make this system run. Maybe I hadn't at that point. I think I had just run with 6, but still, you need to know the number of allays you're getting per run. Which meant that this had to change. And so I went over to something like this. Now this is a mob separator. If I get a mob that stands too tall, if I get like a villager. And I put a few in here. And they don't... I don't touch the... Okay, what is going on here? Okay. Hold on. I fucked that up. There is a way to do this. You know what's a better way to demonstrate this is armor stands, because they're not gonna fucking walk away. Maybe they will. Do they really need to go on blocks? Yeah, I thought you could do this. So I have a stack of armor stands here, and if I just wanted one of them, it's very hard to separate them out. However, with something like this, we get out just one. And this works for a bunch of complicated redstone reasons that basically boil down to the fact that the game can only detect entities in an order. There's something called a subchunk order where basically an entity is given a number and that is the order in which it gets dealt with for all game mechanics. So what happens is the first entity to go through gets pushed through this trapdoor, touches the tripwire, trapdoor goes down, it touches the tripwire, which triggers the trapdoor to go up. This trapdoor blocks all other entities, so only one can get through. This is old redstone. This is very old redstone. The target block is not necessary. It makes it more compact, but it is not needed at all. But yeah, this is quite old redstone. Very handy, very cool stuff. Mob separator, completely useless for allays, because allays are not too tall, and if you tried to block them in, like you saw I was trying to do with the villagers, they just fuck off. They don't listen. So, back to the drawing board. I had to figure out how to make this setup work. And what I ended up doing was replacing that with a piston. Not a sticky piston, though, just a regular one. And the reason that this piston works is that every time a minecart is released, this observer gets triggered twice. And what that does is it forces all of the allays to that side of the block. It forces them to the piston. So, minecart problem solved. We always pick up an allay now. But that caused a new problem. Sometimes, when you move allays like this, they go up, which caused them to not get picked up by the minecart again. So, I had to also include this piston up here, which doesn't need to be a sticky piston. For some reason I thought it did here, but eventually I figured out it didn't. That just shoves them back down into the slab. And if we look at their hitboxes, they are a little bit too tall to escape out the sides of a slab, so this works just fine. This is why this is a transparent block. Again, the piston head at the end is transparent as well, so it doesn't suffocate them. And it just keeps them in position, and this only triggers at the end, at the start and the end of the duplication cycle. It gets them all in place to be affected by that. It gets them all in place to be picked up by the minecarts. So I'm going to fly up a little bit. And I'm going to do that, because they make a lot of annoying sounds. And it does just drive me mad over time. So, we had this part figured out. Next, we had to figure out what the hell we were doing with the allays. So that brings us over here. This system, this is so beautiful and elegant, and it is not at all what I was doing at first. I did not for even a moment think about minecart stacking originally. My prototypes over here were of me trying to... So this was after I figured out I would need to do 12 at a time. My prototypes over here are a series of me trying to figure out how I could position and control 8 allay cart, or 12 allay carts, all individually without them running into each other. This was not easy. In fact, it's not possible. It might be possible, it's not possible this way. I had a very hard time doing it. There are a lot of there were more variants on this, some of which were broken and replaced with these to, like, show... I basically just kept trying to iterate, and I wasn't getting anywhere. And the internet was failing me. I was Googling, I was looking at Reddit, I was like, hey, somebody has had to have done this before. Someone must have figured out how to do it. And so I looked at Reddit, and somebody on Reddit was like, what if you just stacked the carts? And I'm like, oh right, cart stacking. That's a thing you can do. So when there is a rail underneath a minecart, here's a better example. If there's not a rail under a minecart, and you drop a bunch of minecarts on each other, they kind of just pile up. However, for some reason, if there is a rail on a minecart... Nope. Nope. Not quite. Yeah, they do that. So this is all those minecarts. And so I thought, oh good, great, whatever. We can stack them, and then I have to get rid of them somehow. This, again, a beautifully elegant solution that I did not think of first. So before I was stacking minecarts, I was thinking, okay, I'll get rid of them one by one at a time. And I had some redstone set up here to basically make these 3 activator rails into binary counters so that allays would be evenly or somewhat evenly distributed across these 3 lava spots. Because here's something interesting. The player who puts down the deployer counts as the player who gave the allays the items, meaning that I can't damage them directly. That's not super important for this, but it is just a part of it. Once an allay has been mind-flayed, you can't take the item away, which is why I ended up with so many just, like, frozen allays on the server that I couldn't get rid of. But lava takes care of it. So yeah, before I was stacking the minecarts, I was sending them down one by one, trying to evenly distribute them over these 3 lava spots, and trying to get the amethyst back, with varying degrees of success. After I learned that I could stack the minecarts, I realized there had to be a better way. And so we have this. And this is where the scoreboard comes from. I made this late at night. I didn't think to write down how many hopper minecarts were in each spot, because I was just doing a bunch of trial and error. And yeah, I couldn't remember in the morning how many there were, just that they were equal. So I did a little scoreboard thing. Scoreboard players that, or no, what I did was /execute as @e type equals hopper minecart run scoreboard players add big zircon S1. And it did this, and it told me how many there were. Now that's telling me how many hopper minecarts there are in the world, which is not exactly a good number anymore, because they're all over the place. And there's a bunch, like, stuck in the void kind of somewhere. It's fine. It doesn't matter. So yeah, that's what told me how many minecarts there were here. This was a bit of a trial and error to figure out exactly how I needed to position these minecarts. Activator rails have a kind of an algorithm for where they deposit the rider. And it's basically, it prefers blocks on its same level. If there are no free blocks on its same level, it'll go up one. If there are no free slots up one, it'll go down one. But so long as a space has enough headspace for the mob it's depositing, it doesn't matter what is in that space, even lava. So if all of the spots are blocked, except for this one, apparently that's still running. I thought I turned it off. We don't need that running right now. Yeah. If it's only lava is the only available spot, that's where they get dropped off. And then 8 hopper minecarts below that lava seem to be enough to overcome the pickup delay for hopper minecarts, where they can't pick up an item every tick, but they need to pick up all of the amethyst before it burns. So this was as few as I could get away with here and here for the minecart and the and the amethyst collection. And unfortunately, just because of the way stacked carts are, I can even show you guys. Stacked minecarts are just buggy. They just are. If I just put down a few, and I break this rail, and I send them off. Well, firstly, they make a lot of noise, but also, I forgot that these are directional. There we go. Yeah. They have weird infinite speed, they do whatever they want. So stacked minecarts are buggy, and that's why we just lose some every so often. I did my best, but this is as good as I could do. Finally, not finally, next we have the braking system. This looks a little different than it does on the final version. I basically only kept the working parts. I completely changed out all of the, I guess wiring, the routing here for the rotational energy, just because this was very slapdash put together. It was around this time that I figured out the spell, which I had some testing over here, yeah. These sets of lights here were written with my traversing the cube algorithm, which I actually had to ask an old classmate about, because I could not for the life of me figure it out. So, shout out to my friend from post-secondary, because he really saved my ass there. Yeah. So I got the light traversal, or I got the cube traversal, where basically I could control the dimensions of the cube with X, Y, and Z related coordinate, or numbers, variables even. Which is why it is oriented this way, because that's just the first way I did it. But yeah, I got to here, and I was doing like the 12 allays And I think I still wasn't sure if I was going to have to feed in amethyst blocks. I was pretty alright with the fact that I was going to. And then I realized that with the crafting here, the automatic crafting, I might be able to get away with just replenishing it. Based purely off of, like, numbers. And originally, I wanted to have it separate out the excess amethyst. But just because of the way the fortune enchants work, where I don't always get 12, I just overall get 12, I couldn't end up figuring out how to separate it out cleanly, so it all just goes into the same item vault. And if you ever need amethyst, you can just go and grab some. It'll be in there, and I probably will pipe some up. So yeah, this is the crafting area. The first thing that I needed to do was be able to activate it, because there can't just be amethyst in here all the time. If there is, then it may over time overflow into here, and then we have a whole problem. But in order to make amethyst shards out of quenched delay, you have to have a starting one. So if I wanted to craft this, if I want to look up the crafting recipe, it needs an amethyst shard to start. Now you get the 6 worth that you would get out of a shard of quenched delay, plus the 1 back, but you do have to have like a catalyst, which is what this smart observer is doing. It is activating, well, it's actually deactivating because it is a negative run system. Every time a piece of quenched delay comes through, it is letting 1 shard into the basin, which lets it mix, lets it work, fills up here. At the same time, when it detects the amethyst, it lets out what was in the basin previously, because it just works that way. When you let it basically cycle through, it works a lot easier, so not getting absolutely everything out on the first or second run, I was fine with that. Because after that, it works as if it did. The same with these. I went through a couple iterations of trying to figure out how to pause and start these with perfect timing, but the fact is that deployers kind of desync themselves over time no matter what you do. So they take different amounts of time to break things. It's just a real pain. So I didn't want to have to be beholden to that, you know? And so I decided I would do it based off of if the deployer has let go of its item or not, which is part of why these are, like, multi-tiered. Because if this funnel was on this side of the block and they were both dropping onto the same belt, sometimes the top ones just wouldn't empty their funnels, or their contents. They would get blocked because the funnel would think there was another item under them no matter how far away I put the belt, so that was a bit of a pain. But doing it multi-tiered fixed it right away. And yeah, this is... mixed into here is 3 mechanical arms, I think. There might be 4? No, there are 3. So one of them restocks these bottom 12 deployers here. This is another 2x6 cube, or 2x3x2 cube. Rectangular prism, even, that just puts down these amethyst. And that just let me all restock them and power them from the same side. These all get amethyst from a mechanical arm, which I believe is one of these. Yeah, I think I took away the drawer. And then this one and that one both stock the pickaxes. And if we want to do a quick run... Nope. I can show what this looks like. So yeah, it kind of just launches out the products because I didn't really want to deal with collection there. Sends those off. This one sends them back into this drawer. Then we had to fit all of these modules. Oh, you know what? I didn't even go over this bit. So this is a variable pulse timer, basically. It's a pulse clock that can be paused and unpaused. So if I just let this go, it'll do 6 runs, 6 pulses, and then it stops. If I flick this lever for a little while, it'll reset itself. And then it'll do 6 more pulses and it'll stop. And this was one of the first problems I had to solve, and it took a long time. This section here, this is just a pulse clock. No, what is this? Yeah. Basically, I had to let... This was like the many pieces of redstone that I looked up and then realized I could stitch together to make them much smaller. So yeah, this here, it's a little bit complicated. It reads if there's an item in here. If there is, it sends it through to here. This is, yeah, a pulse clock that powers this dropper to put an item into the hopper. And basically what I had to do was make it smaller. So now this is way smaller. This is much better. Works exactly the same. Except that because this over here, this pulse clock works off of the subtraction mode, I was able to turn it around or flip it on its axis here and have one side's subtraction mode be tied to the on-off switch as well. Which meant that instead of repeater locking, like I have to do over here, I could just go directly from the dropper into the pulse clock. So yeah, this one works exactly the same way. It'll do 6 pulses as well. And this was when I was still thinking I would do 6 at a time, which I didn't end up doing. So that is what is here, and this, whoops, this works off of 12. But yeah, after that, all these segments were finished by October 12th. I had the spell finished, it was running perfectly, I could do demos. This would run, the spell would cast. I didn't have it in a circle yet, because getting it into a circle was a pain in the ass. And then this would be turned, I would just cast it myself, because you can just do this. And the nice part is, it fails cleanly if there aren't any allays. It doesn't, like, send a bunch of errors everywhere just because of how the list thing works. It basically just gives you a list of nothing. But yeah, I'd wait for the allays to be duplicated. They would all show up here, cast the spell, turn all of this, trigger it manually. All the farming was done automatically. So all that was left to do was to wire it together. And that is where this thing comes in. This took probably 4 hours of like, direct, constant work. I did it over watching Bones stream last night. So all of this was done last night. And yeah. It's got all the parts all stitched together. The fun thing about stacked minecarts is that you normally can't accelerate them all like I can with just normal vanilla powered rails, but for some reason the Create controller rails let you power them all together all at once without any of the desyncing that normally happens. So that's why they're here. And they are absolutely indispensable. I am so glad. Because when I found out you couldn't power them all at once like that, I really thought that I was going to have to go back to doing something like this. And this is a much larger solution. So yeah, Create is a good mod. It's a very good mod. It lets me do a lot of crazy shit. And yeah, I basically just made some big item vaults because I didn't want to think about storage, and I figured I could just make any amount of vaults that I needed. And yeah, I could. There was no issue. So that's how the farm works. That's my horrors machine. And now we are getting... I was going to calculate it again, yeah. We get 11 runs an hour. That is 8 quench delay per hour. That's 88. Each quench delay is worth 120 dust. So yeah, that is 10,560 like media per hour. And that's pretty crazy. And it runs like I don't need to do anything. All I need to do is bring it minecarts every so often. That's it. This machine turns minecarts into media. It's amazing. So I'm gonna go back to the server now where I can enjoy it in survival. Oops. Let me back in. Now here's the thing. I have not tested loading and unloading this thing because I didn't want to. So I guess this is our first test of loading and unloading it. Welcome back from Vacuuming Stump. I hope you enjoyed the rather long explanation. That did take a good long time. But yeah, a lot of last night's setup was figuring out where I could route this spell circle. Because I did, like, all of this, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna do the spell circle last. I'll weave it in at the end. And then this section here killed me. Because I could not figure out how to get it done without using more directories. What are they called? Directrices. So yeah, I did end up just throwing in the towel there and using them, but I don't know, it's worth it. It's fine. And then I spent today resource gathering, basically just getting everything I would need to make this. There you can see the pistons fire to move them all to the side for the minecart pickup. To that bottom cornered. Well-oiled machine, in this case, well-allayed. That's good. That's a fun one. Here's a fun fact. This actually goes off a little bit before all the allays get into the minecart, but it doesn't matter. So yeah, that's already 25 quench delay. Another part of the condensing was that I kind of did it in a very, like, slapdash manner. I moved parts over, and I brought other things over, and I was scooching them here and there with the clone command, and I got it basically done, and then realized I had entirely neglected the crafting part. And so I really had to squish it into this corner, which is why it's belt hell over here. But you know what? It works. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy with this thing. Yep, belt hell. It's gonna turn me into quench delay. Oh my gosh. And yeah, it's just making amethyst shards here too. Slowly but surely. I might go make another stack of minecarts just so I don't need to think about it. Don't need to worry about it. And yeah, I checked. You can't hear the music disc from upstairs. When you're all the way up here, you do not hear it. So that means that people hanging out in the factory... LA, another day at the quenched factory. Hope I don't get quenched. I mean, theoretically... You could... The LA selection process is basically random. You could just never get picked. Theoretically. I love watching that fill up on its own. I'm so happy with that. There's so much gold in this thing. I have a song stuck in my head now. And I don't mean to say that with such, like, defeat in my voice. It's in there. The song is called Cannonballers by... Fuck, what is their band name? I don't remember. Colony House is the name of the band. Alright, well... To be honest, I kind of thought that would take longer. I might make a YouTube video out of it now. I'll probably script it so it's not so deranged madman rambles. Something I did worry was going to be a problem after the condensing was this thing does power the rails, but it doesn't end up being a problem. This turns off well before the allays get ejected, so... They're all being amazingly well behaved here, by the way. In a lot of my tests, they were like flying all over the place in their little box. The pistons were definitely a necessity while I was doing tests, but I think having more of them affects that too. Most of the testing was done when I was thinking I was only going to do 6 per run. And I would just figure out how to repower it every 2 runs. But yeah. In the end, mob... what is the term? What is the term? I know it, I just am trying to think of it now and it's gone. Entity cramming, that's it. In the end, entity cramming is anything over 24, so I can do 12. 24 of them will sit happily together, 25 will start killing each other, but you know... I also, like, hardly ever use Jade, but it was so useful while making this, because it shows the duplication cooldown when you mouse over an allay. So it let me figure out the timing I needed on this. I love how loud it is. Oh yeah, there was one other thing I didn't go over. Is this section here? This basically turns the series of 12 pulses into one long on-off pulse. And then this here is a falling edge detector. It gives you a source of power only when this block is unpowered. It gives you a pulse of power, and that turns on the impetus, and that starts off the whole spell circle. What good's a magic system without a big boom? Exactly. Especially in my big, loud cave. My evil cave. Welcome to my lair, my evil lair. see what Corey is up to. Did Max come in here and harvest amethyst? That's really funny. Putting your lair on r/male living space. Damn. But yeah, I did technically give you guys 2 hints. One last night, and then for the people in the Discord, I guess I say that like there's a public Discord. For the other people on this server, I did give them another hint, which was that these framed drawers were made with quench delay, which is a massive waste of quench delay if I don't have all of it that I could ever want. That was another thing. Because I needed the other directrix, these 2 extras, I ended up having to go and make a bunch of new villagers to get them, because I had made one and then I lost it. Oh no, you know what? It went into the test spell circle out on the edge of the island. That's where the other one went. And then I didn't want to get rid of that test spell circle. I actually really like it. So I just left it. Yeah, I did make some baby villager books and then turned them into directrix. Conjuring mines from nothing. Conjuring mines from bread. Hey, it's what the villagers do. I'm just... They don't need to leave their books for it. I mean, yeah, that was the other thing. While I was doing all of this, I already had to make some villager books. Oh, it's break time. Okay. I'll be back in 4 minutes. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do after this. I'll think of something. BRB. Alrighty. Well, I'm glad you guys got the full audio experience of this thing running without me talking over it. It is train noises, yeah. It's actually a train I recorded myself, back before the area where I recorded it was, fenced off. You can't get there anymore, but you used to be able to. Alrighty. I think what we're going to do is I am going to leave my evil cave. You see now, they're like up and spread out. I'm gonna leave my evil cave, and we're gonna go help Corey gather some materials. It is very fitting to me that it's all underneath this. I love my factory. It's so evil. The evil cave is crying now. Corey! I am streaming.
Ah, you scared me.
What do you need? What would you like? What shall we go get? I should probably empty my backpack as well. I can do that off stream though.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
Nice.
Is just organizing stuff. Because,
Corey,
yeah. Yes?
do you want to see the horrors machine?
Oh, so badly.
Let's go look at it and then I'll help you get all your crap.
Thank
Hey, the
you.
strawberries grew. I thought they didn't grow not on dirt.
What happened to the strawberries over here?
The ones in the factory are still here, and creeper-shaped no longer. They have turned into a mess.
Oh, but they've grown.
They have grown.
Excellent.
These were arranged in a creeper shape. They've decided they don't want to be anymore.
A big part of organizing is getting rid of all my damn hats.
Yeah, that is kind of the curse of everything on this server. So yeah, first stop, just looking at the pit of lava.
It's so cool.
We have Hat Station for this reason. Hat Station is too inconvenient. I should probably put, like, water somewhere
nice.
for other people. There is also no proper way in yet because I have just been flying. Yeah, if you come up in here, walk around.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm. Welcome to the Evil Horrors Cave. Don't stand on the rails, but otherwise, go wherever you like. You can crawl.
Can I just, like...
Yeah.
Oh.
So when this disc runs out,
Noises.
it will play, or it'll kick off.
I'm so excited. Oh, wow.
There we go.
There's something so cool about magic circles.
They are really great. Oh, it's going.
What?
Yeah.
What does this do?
It makes quench delay. Ta-da! It just made a bunch of quench delay. Now it's all in there. It made a bunch of amethyst shards too. They're all in here. If you ever have need of them, this farm will be making them. If you hold shift, they don't push you around.
I forget this. I do have need of just allies in general.
We also have that.
Okay, I figured.
We have the Alapiary still. I have kept
Yeah.
that well kept, at least.
Excellent. That's another thing I was going to do is read up on allies, because I've decided I want to use them for my thing.
Ooh. But yeah, this thing runs automatically. I don't have to do anything.
That's so cool. Where's the output?
The output is... Whoops. This item vault here.
Okay. How do you open it?
You don't. I will pipe them up eventually, but for right now, I'm just gonna let it stock up.
Okay.
There's some place you can jump. I got crawling somewhere.
There we go.
There you go.
I'm crawling.
I'm crawling.
Awesome.
Yeah, this thing is a good amount of complex.
Awesome for you. 3.
Hmm? Yeah, it's 3. And 2.
That's awesome.
Those are the
yeah.
dimensions of this cube of amethyst that it mines.
Oh, cool.
That's where those come from, I think. Oh. Here, you can get up to the top of the spell circle if you follow this route.
Okay. Wait for me. Ooh. Oh, that's what all the pickaxes are for.
Yep. So, 3 of these 12 are fortune pickaxes and the rest are silk touch. The fortune ones turn into quench shards, which go into the crafting system, which automatically replenishes the amethyst and the shards used to breed the allays. Duplicate, not breed.
Whoa.
Okay, poll for the group. Do you think each duplicated allay has all of the memories of the allay it was duplicated from? Did you just get crushed?
Obviously.
But yeah, it does just play spooky, echoey cave music. And then kill a bunch of fairies every 5 minutes.
This is so awesome.
Don't stand on the amethyst, because that does get broken.
I keep doing the same thing.
You think allays have about as much sense of memory as a white, crusty dog? I need to stop drinking this. I have, like, an iced tea here, and it is caffeinated, and I need to not be drinking that because I do have to get up in the morning.
Yay.
Yay.
Is the music because I stepped on something?
Nope, the music is automatic. It's how... So,
Okay.
allays only duplicate if there's a song playing.
Okay.
And they have the same cooldown as any other animals do for breeding. So, the record is working in conjunction with one of those pulse extenders, or pulse repeaters, set to 4-minute delay. That basically just waits out the time between when the first allay is duplicated to the time between the last allay is duplicated, because it can't do them all at once.
Oh, cool. Man, what the hell? Subtitles being on in this place is really funny.
It is quite funny.
Why did I get player dies?
The allays make some noises. Zircon fact number 12. This process has many steps. Thank you, Stump. Very true. But yeah, that's the horrors machine.
It's so cool. I will surely not get crushed in this one day.
Whee. Not quite as smooth as some of my other flights out, but pretty good. What is in here still? All leftovers. I've picked up a lot of random crap during the building of this. Schematic. Schematic cannon. What doesn't need to be in here? These red terracotta bricks.
No, you need that.
I'm keeping it, just not in that chest. To be honest, learning about modded from these streams is awesome. I only now noticed the lock spots in the backpacks. Yeah. These hang out. They're peach colored because I think it looks cute. And the ones in my hex casting bag are purple.
What?
Yeah.
You can do that?
Yeah. If you go into the bag and you go into backpack settings and no sort slot settings, you can toggle the colors to pick which one you like.
Oh.
The nice thing about Quench Delay specifically is that you can turn it into any other amethyst form, so if you need dust for something, you can make it.
Awesome.
No, we're not putting blocks of flint in there. Blocks of flint are going back in the box of blocks of flint. That has almost 30,000 blocks of flint.
What?
I got another jukebox upgrade, too. Alrighty, Corey. Let's get you
this
your
a
items.
mimic? Oh,
It
it's
is.
a hat. Okay.
It's a hat. It's guarding the tough machine.
I see. I mean, I wouldn't dare.
It's not guarding the strawberries.
Yeah, the strawberries are for me. I just remember that there's 2 extra rows in my backpack that I have to empty of building shit.
Alrighty, good night, Max. Thank you for stopping by and popping onto server. It's fun to hang out with you. Navy, if you're still here, you'll see that I have started decorating for Christmas. This is now a red candy cane block.
Good night, Max.
And the one inside is also red now. For the holidays. What did Corey say he needed? 2 purple blocks and some deep slate. I think I can do that. In fact, what I should do is that. And immediately it is much emptier. Beautiful. Do I have some purple? I have 6. Lovely.
Hey, my
Mhm.
my backpack feeding thing isn't working.
And you try turning it off and on again.
Just like the whole thing.
There's like a little toggle at the top, at the side of
I have the advanced feeding one.
Yeah, there's a toggle on that one too.
Just like...
You see the little green square next to the upgrade?
Oh, I see. I had it on block the foods that I wanted to eat.
Ah, there you go. Yep, tomorrow I'm gonna do a bunch of holiday baking. That'll be fun. Which means that I should probably end stream pretty soon. Let's speed run emptying my bag, shall we? There's so many fucking backpacks. Cages. This is the other problem. I don't have the space for anything. I don't need any more rhyolite. That's as much rhyolite as I'm using, ever. No more rhyolite. It is gonna be Friday tomorrow. I have 35 bells from villager trading. Baking Friday? Yeah. I love... Every year I go and I bake with my grandma for the Christmas holiday season. And it is that time of year again. Where have I been keeping my bells? Ha. Should set up a storage room for your modded world. Yeah, I should set up a storage room for this world, but I don't have one yet. Nope. Alrighty, we are getting somewhere. Thought I had those somewhere. Maybe I just had them on my walls. Cute. This will go with the other create stuff, so will these rails, actually. That doesn't fit in the rotten flesh chest, then we don't need it. And finally, all of the backpacks. So we have 3 jukebox upgrades. What can we do with this? We could turn it into a nugget, or we could crush it. Let's go crush the iron horse armor. To be honest, I might keep one or more of these around. I'm gonna keep this one around because I've got stack upgrades in it. Just to have around. For an extra bag when you might need one. And I don't think I want to keep these on me anymore, the arrows of rewinding. Doesn't look like I'm gonna have much choice about that. This one can get hung up. And then these 2 I will probably burn. What I should do is get out a bucket, say hello to Pythagoras, get some more water. Where is Euclid? There he is. Excess rotten flesh, and we're done clearing the backpack. Woo! Didn't take too long at all. Sure, I did put a non-zero amount of it into the world as blocks, but you know what? That's fine. That's why my house is the way it is. We might just need another chest. Although, to be honest, this stuff shouldn't even be in there. These building blocks. We have a backpack for him. Actually, it's fine if that just goes in there. It's this stuff I need to take out. And the 2 extra backpacks, which I don't actually think we need. I think these maybe just... Hey, Corey, do you want 2 backpacks?
Let me see.
They're both empty. I just got them from mobs.
Oh. I'll take this. You can... I'm gonna... I'm...
I was gonna say I may be gone when he gets back, because I'm probably logging out now. I might go down just one more time to my evil horror farm. Just take in the ambience of it, you know? See where we're at on the timer. Probably in the middle of it. Woo! Over a stack of Quench Delay, guys. Oh my gosh. That's so fun. Not for the allays, of course, but oh well. Oh. Damn it. Hit the ladder. Alrighty. It's time to go. Hope you all enjoyed. Go find someone to raid. Who is live? Shady Cicada is live. Always fun. Big Ben 10. Why do I recognize that name? Oh, you know what? I think he may have been another Vault Hunters streamers back in the day. Okay, first things first, let's see if anybody is playing modded Minecraft. Show me modded Minecraft. All the mods 10. Nice. Always fun. Stone Block. I love Stone Block. Oh man, there's this streamer I love to watch. He's called Ector Vink. He does Stone Block. He's just very chill. And I was watching his stream, and I was working on my embroidery, and I was thinking, man, I remember working on my last big embroidery project while watching this stream, but that was 2 years ago. That can't be right. And I checked, and I have been following him for 2 years now, and I feel like I just found his channel still. It's crazy. Anyway. Where are we going? Overly complicated factory, all the mods 10? That sounds right up our alley. Yeah, let's go here. Alright. Go say hi to Gerald Stir for me. I will also probably be in chat. Hope y'all enjoyed. I hope y'all had fun. I'll be back on Monday. I don't know if I'm going to be playing Minecraft. I might be working on my expo project, actually. So, we'll see how that goes. I will see you guys later. Goodbye. And good night, VOD watchers.